to the Classical Guitar Week, which is happening next week in Toronto. We've got some highlights for you, and boy, just take a look at how hypnotized the crowd is while their heroes play the axe on stage.
Some advice for guitar players who only had a record player to pick as influences and are sitting at home in their room, what 3 records would you ask them to listen to?
There's no way you can pick 3 albums, but I say look for the style, I mean the perfection of keeping people's attention, the Beatles, the intricacy and beautiful pieces that Walter Carlos picked for Clockwork Orange and things like that, those beautiful soundtracks. Were just masterpieces of all time. You know, Monteverdi, Bach, Handel, Beethoven, Mozart, those things, done with the synthesizer, sound absolutely awesome. And then guitar-wise, any of your Guitar Gods albums, you know, whichever is your favorite.
Steve Morse has had, well, I'm not going to say he's had a lot of time, but he's made sure he's had a lot of time to accomplish a lot of things. I just sort of went with life and whatever it brings, you know, and it's been all right. He's so great, eh? Oh, God. It was a real buzz just to see him sort of turn when I walked in the dressing room and recognize me from like many, many years ago. I said, oh, there you are. You know, I never forget a bad dream. No, it was just an honor. Like I told him that, I said, geez, I would have been just happy to shake your hand here, you know, and meet you. And I said, let alone being on the same stage with you. He's so good. He's very, very talented, folks. That's dedication.
Things I've been trying to do lately has the direct purpose of trying to break down boundaries and cross over these borders, because they're fairly superficial things, and they're really based more on people's ignorance more than anything else. If a lot of the kids that are out there that think that, you know, heavy metal is it and that's all there is, if they just got the right kind of exposure to the right kinds of things, they wouldn't be turned off by it at all. It would turn them on as much as, you know, Judas Priest does, or Motorhead, or whatever. You know, music is music is music is music, and if it's done right, it's great.
Quite something. A night of 1,000 guitars at the Diamond Club last night. What was the highlight for you?
The highlight was something that we didn't get on tape, which is too bad, because Ed Bickert, the Canadian guitarist who's actually from Toronto and Scarborough, got up and played. He has a very cool, jazzy style, not unlike Joe Pass in a lot of ways, but I've seen him play with Ella Fitzgerald and all kinds of people. He played with Rik Emmett, and they did a thing together, and it was just beautiful, because he's my favorite jazz guitarist, and that was the highlight for me. And also being backstage with Leona Boyd and all those people, and there were guitars dropping left, right, and center, because there were 1,000 guitars. Like, oh, I'm sorry, there's another thousand, you know, hundreds of $1,000 guitar go. It was amazing. There were hundreds of guitars lying around, but it was a great night.
Once again, that's a tribute to the Guitar Festival that takes place in Toronto next week at the Roy Thompson Hall. It lasts all week, and it's really celebrating the classical guitar style, but the rock guys got out there last night just to do a sort of bow.
It was a challenge. When you're dealing with people like that, you're dealing with extreme levels of talent and extreme levels of ego and extreme levels of, you know, a lot of other things, personality, and so it's difficult. But the Canadian guitarists that I worked with in the last year, Alex Lifeson, Ed Bickert, Leona Boyd, that was easy. You know, these are all Toronto people, so it was like old home week, so that worked out. Steve, he's a little bit more intense, Steve Morse. That was a little bit more difficult.
Well, that's it from me for a while. I'm going to hand you back.